The Kansas City Chiefs get a double dose of good news, and I'll be honest here. I was really skeptical when you guys let Joe Thuney walk to the Bears. Absolutely. Well, you actually got a fourth round pick, but nonetheless, I was super skeptical. So much good news out while we wait for training camp. ESPN rankings are out, and even with Joe Thuney leaving for the Bears, you guys are still ranked at number 5 at the best guard duos in the NFL. This is absolutely a masterful job. You get rid of a gold jacket guy, a guy still playing at the highest level, and you go and put your faith in Trey, you put your faith in his running mate, and this is the result. You guys still are way younger and still one of the top 5 guard duos in the entire NFL. I'm going to cover that and why this is such a big accomplishment. And then also, we're going to not stop there. We're going to talk about your center, Creed Humphrey. Now, he's not the highest paid center in the NFL anymore, but he is an even greater value. And this is not the top 5 center in the NFL. This is the number 1 center in the NFL. And you guys have him under contract for $18 million per. Now, during the offseason, while we wait for training camp, we have time to celebrate these front office moves, how this roster has been built. Good news, good moves, and bad moves. And man, this is something that should make you smile. Now, it's not due to these players that the Kansas City Chiefs took an offensive step back last year. But if you look at this, the best player of the starting 5, I think this might be the most valuable player on your entire team outside of Patrick Mahomes, center Creed Humphrey in his 5th season. And he's just steady. He's providing the same production year after year after year. And then the center market is absolutely going crazy. Once again, SI is ranking the top 25 Chiefs for the upcoming season. And Humphrey, he comes in on the list at number 2 on this team. Now, you can look at, is this needed to have such a good center? Because Patrick Mahomes, he is so smart with diagnosing defenses, so smart at audibling at the line. But man, Humphrey is a critical piece here. Former Oklahoma player, he is the guy that sets and adjusts protections at the line of scrimmage. That alters plans for numerous other players. He keeps everybody in line. This center is so important, you guys. And people in Chiefs circles have witnessed firsthand what happens when errant snaps are made, right? That's another issue, kind of a lesser issue because the center is supposed to snap the ball, right? But the problem is so much is asked of the center because of head coach Andy Reid's just penchant for doing so much out of the shotgun. Now that impacts run blocking specifics, pocket depths on throws, and just the tip of the iceberg because this is just so important, you guys. So let's look at his strengths and weaknesses here. Man, it's early in the morning. I can't talk here. His timing is perfect. His hand placement, his anchor, his efficiency against interior linemen. He can pick up loopers. He can pick up blitzers. He processes so quickly. And then you go to the run game. I mean, it's more than just athleticism. It's just sound technique against combo and reach blocks. Absolutely no challenge. And that's actually rare for a center to be so consistent against the run and against the pass. He is just absolutely an optimal fit. And now you've got running back Kenneth Walker III. He's joining the team. I'm sure he cannot wait to play with Creed Humphrey. He's never played with an elite center before because Seattle is kind of lacking in that aspect. But PFF graded Creed as the top 2025 to 2026 center across the board, and it's not even close. He allowed 16 pressures in 2023. Okay, so that's going back a little bit, right? Overall grade, run blocking and pass blocking. Look at how complete he is here. He allowed 16 pressures in 2023. And then in the 2 years, he's ceded 15 combined pressures in 2 years. Like, that's absolutely crazy. Hardly ever gets penalized, and we're talking about a player draft slotted at number 63 in 2021. Now, there is some depth behind him, but please don't get hurt. The Chiefs offensive line, they'd have to turn to 24 fifth-round pick Hunter Nurzad for snaps. 123 regular season blocking snaps, really a limited sample size. You've got CJ Hansen that he's looked better at. You've got Mike Caliendo. I don't really want to talk about the depth behind him because it's not really a happy thing. Let's get to more happy, good news. The NFL has ranked ESPN has ranked the NFL's 5 best guard duos in the league. And guess what? This is no surprise. I already teased it. We are looking at forgotten men in the trenches. All the talk is about Creed Humphrey, but we are looking at, after the release to the Bears for a 4th-round pick for Joe Thuney, I was so scared. And then you have Trey Smith. You have Tyler Smith, Will Freeze. All these guys signed new contracts north of $87 million, an average of $40 million guaranteed. This position is not being overlooked because it's being seen how important it is to team success. In the Kansas City Chiefs, we've got 2 good young ones. Let's talk about Trey Smith and Kingsley Suamataia. I think I pronounced that right. I butcher names, you guys. So I hope I pronounced that correctly for you guys. That's a tough name, but the Chiefs have had issues at tackles for years around Patrick Mahomes, but this guard play just continues. So let's look at this. We're looking at from 21 to 24, the Kansas City Chiefs won a pair of Super Bowls, and you can put a lot of that at the feet of Joe Thuney, but they just reloaded and got younger. Kingsley, the Chiefs entrusted a second-year converted tackle to take over for Thuney, and he's been a plus starter from the start, anchoring the left side, 17 starts, only being whistled for 5 penalties. And now going into the 3rd year, 2nd year at guard, this guy at a BYU, he just keeps ascending. And we're doing like some really good company here, right? In the top 5, you've got the Falcons, Lindstrom, and Bergeron. That's absolutely really nice company. You've got Kevin Dotson and Avila from the Rams. And then you've got Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson coming in at number 2. But still, man, you guys, and then Denver Broncos rounding it out. So it's absolutely ridiculous. You guys are in a really good spot. Thank you for being here as we grow this channel. And enjoy your day.